This is Native Americans, the Cherokee by Sarah Tyack. Amazing people. Hundreds of years ago, North America was mostly wild, open land. Native Americans lived there. They had their own languages and customs. The Cherokee are a Native American nation. They are known for their powerful women and their writing system. Let's learn more about these Native Americans. Did you know the name Cherokee means people of different speech? This comes from a Creek Native American word. The Cherokee called themselves Ani Yunwayi or Tsalagi. Modern Cherokee often dress in traditional clothes for ceremonies. The Cherokee Territory. The Cherokee are a large nation of people. Their homelands were in the southeastern United States. They lived in parts of present-day Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Their land was in the Appalachian Mountains. Home life. The Cherokee lived in wattle and daub houses. These homes were made for just one family. The house frame was built from river cane, wood, and vines. It was coated with clay. The clay that covered the frame dried very hard. This took time, but it made a strong house. The roof was made of grass or bark. There were no windows. Did you know? By the late 1700s, many Cherokees lived in log cabins. The Cherokee built smaller homes for the winter. These had roofs made of wood and clay like the rest of the home. This helped the people stay warm. What they ate. The Cherokee were hunters, gatherers, and farmers. The men hunted animals such as deer and turkeys. They also fished. The tribe gathered wild berries. The women farmed corn, beans, and squash. They turned these into meals, including stew and cornbread. Turkeys were a good food source for the Cherokee. Males can weigh up to 22 pounds. Daily life. A Cherokee village had 30 to 60 homes. Each family had their own home for living and sleeping. They built fires for cooking and warmth. People made tools, clothes, and other important objects. Until the early 1800s, the Cherokee wore clothes made from animal skin. Later, they began wearing European clothing, and this included jackets and head coverings, and women wore dresses. Deer hide leggings helped protect the legs from getting scratched by plants. In each village, people had different jobs. Men hunted, fished, and trapped. Cherokee men were strong fighters and tribe chiefs. Being powerful was important to them. Sometimes they played a game called stickball. It helped them settle fights without going to war. Women were very important. In most places, people organized society based on the father's family, but Cherokee clans were organized based on the mother's family. Also, women served in the tribe's government. Did you know the Cherokee became known for their strong, organized system of government? In 1985, Wilma Mankiller became the first female principal chief of the Cherokee. She worked to make life better for Cherokee people. Made by hand. The Cherokee made many objects by hand. They used materials from nature. These arts and crafts added beauty to their lives. They were also useful. Handmade baskets. Cherokee women made double wall baskets from grasses. A double wall basket has an inside wall and an outside wall woven together. Some baskets had colorful patterns. They had many uses, such as holding food. Masks. The Cherokee made masks from wood or gourds. Many were meant to be ugly and odd-looking to keep away bad forces. They wore them during a special dance called the booger dance. River cane objects. River cane grows near creek banks and swamps. The Cherokee used the stems to make blowguns and flutes. They painted the river cane so the objects were pretty. Clay pottery. The Cherokee made clay pottery. They dug up clay from the earth. They made it into cooking pots, bowls, water jugs, and other items. Then they marked the clay using tools such as stamping paddles. Spirit life. Religion was important for the Cherokee. The tribe believed in order and balance. They had 6 special ceremonies every year. Others happened during the year too. At these ceremonies, the men and women would eat certain foods and dance in circles. They might include fire or sacred objects as part of the ceremony. Did you know the numbers 7 and 4 are important to the Cherokee? Special colors include red, blue, black, and white. Dancing is a part of Cherokee ceremonies and festivals. Storytellers. The Cherokee were famous for their written language. It was invented in the early 1800s by a Cherokee man named Sequoyah. Before that, the Cherokee had no written words, so they told stories to teach people about their history. They also shared ideas about how their people fit into the world. Even after they had written words, storytelling remained important. Sequoyah became famous for starting the Cherokee written language. Sometimes the Cherokee played music or wore masks to tell stories. Fighting for land. In the 1540s, Europeans first arrived on Cherokee land. Later, they settled the area. Many Cherokee died from sickness they caught from them. The Cherokee attacked settlers to protect their homelands. Nanyehi, or Nancy Ward, was a beloved woman. Around 1785, she began using her power to help bring peace. She worked with the U.S. government for many years. Did you know a beloved woman was an important female leader in the Cherokee tribe? The Cherokee fought European settlers to keep control of their lands. In 1829, gold was found on Cherokee land. American settlers wanted the land. In 1830, the Indian Removal Act became a law. It said all Native Americans had to move west of the Mississippi River. Some Cherokee agreed to move, but many wanted to stay. In 1838, the U.S. Army forced the Cherokee and other tribes to leave. The tribes walked or rode horses about 800 miles to land west of the Mississippi. This was called the Trail of Tears. Today, many Cherokee live in northeast Oklahoma, North Carolina, and Tennessee. They work to protect their land and their way of life. On the Trail of Tears, many Native Americans became sick and thousands died. Back in time. In the 1700s, the Cherokee caught sickness such as smallpox from European settlers, and many died. In 1821, the Cherokee began using Sequoyah's written language. This made it possible for them to start schools and to print newspapers. In 1827, the Cherokee made their first constitution. In 1838, thousands of Cherokees walked about 800 miles in what was called the Trail of Tears. Later, memorials were built to honor the lives of those lost. Around 1870, the Eastern Band of Cherokee established their government in North Carolina. In 1976, the Cherokee Nation government was started again. It had been taken apart in 1906. A strong nation. The Cherokee people have a long, rich history. They are remembered for their powerful women and strong government. They're also known for their beautiful baskets and written language. Cherokee roots run deep. Today, the people have kept alive those things that make them Cherokee. Even though times have changed, many people carry the traditions, stories, and memories of the past into the present. Did you know today there are about 285,000 Cherokee living in the United States? They are one of the country's biggest Native American nations. The Cherokee hold powwows. They dance, sing, and honor traditions at these gatherings. Cherokee traditional identity is tied to both an individual and collective determination to follow a good path, be responsible and loving, and help one another. Or, as some Cherokee traditionalists say, not let go of one another. That's a quote from William Mankiller. The glossary. A ceremony is a formal event on a special occasion. A constitution is basic laws that govern a nation or a state. A custom is a practice that's been around a long time and is common to a group or a place. To protect is to guard from harm or danger. Sacred is to connect with worship of a god. Smallpox is a sickness that causes fever, skin marks, and often death. Tradition is a belief, a custom, or a story handed down from older people to younger people.